Hello and welcome, Aries. It's Adam with Arcana Moody, your psychic witch. I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading. This week we will be exploring the shadow aspects of ourselves in order to understand things that we may need to adjust within our own spheres, in order to balance within connections. So, whether that be the current connection you're in or a future connection, these can be things that, we need to examine within ourselves, even though they may be hard. So, don't get offended by these readings. It may or may not be your story. Not a big deal. If it's not, just, check your moon, rising, Venus signs, or just check it and wait for the all signs video of what may be coming in your love life. Sometimes people aren't ready to explore shadow, and that's totally cool. Sometimes we aren't ready to face things. Like, don't force yourself to do it if you're not feeling it, okay? But if you are ready to face things and kind of understand what you may be doing or may not be doing within connections, whether that be something you're consciously aware of or not. So remember, it could be something you are even subconsciously not aware of. Like, it's just something that you do that you aren't like acknowledging or may not have the ability to acknowledge at this point in time or even see clearly how you're doing. So we're just going to dive right in here. If you'd like to make a financial contribution to the channel, you can do so, like a tip or something. You can do that through the link in the description box. You can also schedule a more personal, in-depth private reading regarding your specific scenario. It does not have to be a shadow message. It can be any kind of reading. But that link tree link in the description box below will lead you to where you can do that. And then we also have the opportunity, if you would like to join your energy with the channel in form of a tarot deck or an oracle deck or something of that effect that will be portrayed on the channel. Those are options available in the Arcana Moony wish list in the description box below. So whatever you feel called to do, feel free to do it. If you don't feel called to do anything, you don't have to. But I greatly appreciate all of your support. So we are going to dive right in here, Aries. Now, these messages are not intended to offend you in any way, shape, or form, okay? So if you're getting offended, just take a breather. It's not a big deal. Promise. It's not that big of a deal. It just might mean, maybe it's not your story. Maybe it is your story, but, you're not ready to accept it, and that's totally cool. That is totally cool. Show me what I need to see for Aries. Show me the shadow for Aries here within this connection. Show me the shadow for Aries here within this connection. Bride in a cage. I am actually getting two storylines from this card. For some of you, this is about feeling trapped within a connection, even though maybe the connection has ceased, like maybe it has ended. You feel trapped because you felt so strongly about this connection. For some of you, this is actually about, or maybe you are still in this connection. So maybe there's three storylines. For some of you, this is about, possibly holding too tight onto someone. Okay? So it could be someone you're with, and maybe you're a little nervous that things aren't going to work out the way you intended. And, you may be a little extra clingy or something like that right now, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Clingy is a really misunderstood thing. Clingy means that someone truly, truly loves you, but they're afraid of losing you, and that speaks to their own self worth. So if you are feeling that way, understand that you are worth way more than feeling like you aren't good enough, okay? We're going to go ahead and look at your tarot cards because this is, it's pretty rocky over here. Show me what I need to see for Aries. Please show me their true feelings in shadow. Hold on. Show me Aries shadow. Show me Aries shadow. Okay, these are just flying right out. Yeah, Aries, I feel like... Okay. I feel like I'm speaking to an Aries who has had a connection cease. Not of their choice. I feel like they feel trapped, like they cannot get back into this connection. It may not be ceased, it may just be like in disconnect and it's just rocky right now. But I do feel like you have a strong desire to resurrect this situation. Um, and you've been praying about it, trying to manifest whatever you're doing. You feel like this connection is really strong. But it's like, as this goes on, you have this strong disappointment that's coming in here. Okay? Like, there's a strong sense of disappointment. And it's like, I've planted the seeds, why aren't the flowers growing kind of energy. It's like, I've done everything right, why is it such a mess? And it's causing you all of this insane anxiety here. Like, immense amounts of anxiety over this connection right now, Aries. Um, show me what I need to see regarding the shadow. Why do I need them? I don't need all of those. What the hell? Alright, well, Spirit is throwing some shit out there for you. Okay? Apparently you guys are really in your heads about this right now. Okay, so you want it to be reborn. You want the resurrection here. You want to take action, but you don't know how. Or you know how, but you're not willing to do what needs to be done to take action for some of you. But for some of you, you may not know how. Okay, you're going to know which one resonates. The Six of Wands, you want to be victorious. I feel like maybe, and this is, take this with a grain of salt, Aries, don't be upset by it, but I feel like maybe you could have been a little too controlling or domineering within this connection and made this person feel trapped here, okay? And now you, in turn, by duality and balance within the universe, feel trapped now because you can't seem to make this connection work. Because your ultimate desire is to be victorious in the emotionality, the love here, okay? But it's not about being victorious. That's the thing about this connection. It's not about being victorious. It's about, coming together in balance, right? So we have the Five of Swords here. It's like you're constantly looking back on the past, and there was harsh communication, a lot of harsh communication. It causes a lot of anxiety, but you're looking back on the past with this person. It's like you can't seem to see beyond the pain here. So, like, if you cut a worm, it's going to keep going, it's not going to die. It's just going to keep going and heal itself and, whatever. But it's like you can't look back because you feel like part of you is gone and that has been cut. There's a Ten of Wands here. It's like this incessant burden of worry. It's like you cannot get out of this pain. And you just keep looking back and looking back here, Aries. And it's like you keep looking back at the harsh communication and what happened. And what Spirit's trying to tell you is you need to look at your own actions that led up to that. That is why this happened. And I feel like it has to do with holding on to someone too tightly, possibly controlling someone within this energy here. And I don't think you had any ill intentions toward that at all. At all. I think you just really loved them. But maybe, they felt a little... They might be a sign, their energy might be strong and they like to have their freedom a little bit more and not be in that aspect of, locked down energy, not necessarily locked down within a connection, because I do feel like they were committed to you, but you had this illusion that they weren't, and it was caused by all this anxiety. But you see this person as the manifestation of your dream and wish. And they could very well potentially see you that way too. Because we do have love here in the Six of Wands. And resurrection. There is a possibility that this person feels the same, feels they love you like you love them. But I feel like they felt trapped, and I feel like you had some pretty strong energy going on here. Um, of expectation that led to disappointment with this Seven of Pentacles here. It's like you had a strong expectation, and when they didn't meet your standards, it disappointed you. And then that forced you to, like, exert your energy more to control. And it's not that you wanted to control this person. I don't think you're a bad person at all, Aries. Please don't think that. I actually feel like you did it out of love. Like some people just really love hard, and I think you love hard. But I think, Spirit is trying to say, like, have faith in the person when you're with them, that they've chosen to be with you because they love you, because there is love here. Like when someone decides to be with you, Aries, have faith in the fact that they have decided. Yes, with full understanding, the Father of Swords. Like with full intelligence and understanding, they have decided, the Fool, to take that leap of faith because they love you and have joy when they are around you. You make them feel radiant. And that's the thing. When you are in a loving connection, the other person feels that way about you. They don't necessarily always have to express it. They may not communicate it with this Father of Swords energy. And that's what Spirit's trying to tell you right now. Like, you just have to go in faith into this connection and really believe that, this person does love you the same way you love them, or they wouldn't be with you. They have the same amount of love. They hold true love for you with the Father of Cups, the King of Cups energy. And then, find the joy within that knowledge rather than trying to figure out whether they love you. Because I'm going to be real honest with you. No one's going to be with you if they don't love you to some extent, right? So you just have to learn to trust and have faith in the connections that you're in here, Aries, is what Spirit keeps trying to reiterate. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. This is about organizing your thoughts within isolation, okay? I feel like for you, you get all of these thoughts that cause all this anxiety, and it's like some of them aren't real. They're figments of our imagination. And when you reduce those extra thoughts that you're like, that's kind of an assumption, that doesn't necessarily have to be true, blah, 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 you might get down to the Four Swords that are more truthful, that you will be able to find clarity on, okay? Like the third eye chakra is fully open here. Like Four Swords thoughts are a lot more easy to manage than these 9 that are going haywire over here, right? That are making you feel so entirely stressed and disoriented. And I feel that Spirit is really trying to say, like, examine what's real. Open your mind and heart to what is real when you are in connections with someone. They have chosen and made a cognitive decision to follow their heart to be with you, or they would not be with you. You don't need to trap the one that loves you. And if you trap someone, you may, I'm not saying you trap people, but I'm just saying, like, if your energy is too strong and makes them feel confined, then they don't get to enjoy that. They just want to have joy and love with you when they come into your life. And I feel that this person you're thinking about right now feels the same way. But it's this strong energy of, make sure you're not making them feel owned. Make sure that you're not making them feel, unheard. Make sure that, you allow yourself to see the love they have for you. Because I feel like acknowledging the love they have for you and their decision to stay with you when they are with you will really help to empower your sense of joy and confidence within these loving connections here. Aries, your biggest thing, I feel, is knowing that when someone chooses you, they choose you because they care. They love you. So you don't have to second guess that and, be afraid when you're in these connections. You really don't. You can allow things to flow and have faith that the divine will protect you along this path. And in turn, by having faith in the divine, The divine will illuminate your life and make it radiant and beautiful and warm and loving and nurturing. But it is from this understanding and communication, like proper communication with people, open, honest, loving communication within these relationships, where you will start to feel. I feel like this person feels like they can't talk to you, but you will start to feel from that open, honest, loving communication the true love that they have for you and that you have for them is more equal than you think. And I feel that the joy will illuminate that for you. Or that the divine will illuminate that for you through the sun card here. And it will restore the joy within your life to not be so stressed and to move on from this energy of feeling like, fear that someone might leave you or might hurt you in some way. Those are all negative thoughts. And not all of them are real, or what they're saying by that with the succession of the Four of Swords at the bottom that we saw. So, organize your thoughts. Think positively about the situation. See through the bullshit of, your own thoughts that are hurting you. And allow yourself to love and allow the person you love to remain free within your energy, okay? Anyway, that's what I have for you, Aries. I wish you guys all the best. I'm going to send you tons of positive energy toward the healing of this situation for you. And if you would like, again, smash the like button. It'll help your sign get the reading for the week. And if you also want, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified of your future readings, and share with friends if you feel called to do so. I love you guys. Thank you for giving me the time to read for you. I will see you in the All Signs video in a day or two, or later today, actually, maybe. So, have a great week, guys.